From United Nations Television, this is UN in Action.
The lush green slopes of northern India are covered in dense forest. It was the stunning beauty that attracted Rajanish and Rashmi Jain here 20 years ago, as Rashmi explains.
Initially, the idea was that both of us wanted to change our own lifestyle, to change living in the city and come to an area which was rural.
They decided to take a bold step and follow their dream. Amidst the forest, they built Avani, a small village far from any modern conveniences, including electricity. And because, like so many rural villages in India, it was off the grid, they installed solar panels for lighting. It seemed idyllic, but not for long. Every year, fires swept through the forest, threatening their village and their lives. During the dry season, the thousands of tons of needles from the pine trees which blanketed the forest floor became a tinderbox. But one day, they questioned whether the pine needles might actually be useful for something.
Because there's so much fire every year, we realize that there is a potential there is energy there. Can we harness that energy? And that's what sent us in the direction of generating some kind of usable energy from pine needles.
They asked villagers to collect the pine needles before they caught fire and bring them to Rajanish. At first, everyone thought they were crazy.
These guys are paying us for collecting pine needles, so they must have lost their nuts and bolts somewhere, you know. And literally it was like that. They were laughing at me.
But Rajanish and Rashmi believed the pine needles could both protect the environment and also change the villagers' lives. The resin inside each pine needle is a source of fuel that, when heated, produces gas that powers a generator. 100 kilowatts of clean, renewable electricity now flow to Avani's 20 residences as well as its businesses.
It was so simple. It was amazing for me to see my first power plant started generating power. I was almost on the verge of crying. It was really a magical moment for me.
There's a lot of innovation to get to the goal of universal access to energy for all.
Olav Kjorven of the United Nations Development Programme.
A lot of the most practical and pragmatic ideas, you'll find them more often at the local level where it matters the most.
Avani has always made fine silk products, but now with powerful lights and heavy machinery, they've been able to increase output significantly, providing living wages for 15 people.
We feel it can be done anywhere and everywhere.
Although 85% of rural India still has no access to electricity, small-scale systems like Avani's pine needle gasifier are changing the landscape and are proof that simple solutions can help solve big problems. This report was produced by Austin Haberle for the United Nations.